Is this the start of the 2026 Bitcoin run? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Whenever you're watching this video, welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, I have two news items, I have 4 epic charts and 1 inspirational quote. Let's quickly jump into the news first. Bam! To start the video correctly, guys, I am not a financial advisor. Everything in this video is only for entertainment purposes. It's only my opinion on, for example, news on the Bitcoin charts or, for example, on live. Now, the first news item is that Bloomberg just announced that in the last 2 days, $1.2 billion of inflows in Bitcoin spot ETFs has started. In the last 2 days, $1.2 billion worth of Bitcoin spot ETFs inflows. I think they know something is coming. Why else would all these spot inflows be happening at the moment? $1.2 billion in the last 2 days. Something is up. Could this be the start of that pump that everybody is expecting in 2026? Let's see, but I will talk about this later on the charts. Now, the second news item is about the 1.7 trillion big Bank of America. 1.7 trillion big bank, huge bank. They now officially stated that they allow their financial advisors, the bank has financial advisors, not like me, but their financial advisors are now allowed to advise a 4% allocation in Bitcoins to all their clients. So, of that 1.7 trillion, 4% could be flowing into Bitcoin. If like 1% of their clients would be into Bitcoin. 4% advice from the Bank of America advisors to have in Bitcoin. Of course, that's not as much as me, but I'm not a financial advisor. I still advise 100% in Bitcoin because that is increasing your purchasing power and, of course, also protecting your capital against inflation. But yeah, maybe you should do 4% like those real financial advisors do, and still have less purchasing power and yes, have still undergo a little bit of inflation because the rest is in dollars or euros. But that's my opinion, just an opinion of a guy living in Thailand. But if you want to follow the biggest financial advisors in the world, the Bank of America, they are even stating now, hey, 4% should be in Bitcoin. Now, let's jump into the third news item. Third news item, again about Venezuela, as the opposition leader, Maria, she just said, guys, we have the biggest oil supply in the world. Why don't we start selling that oil for Bitcoin? That is what we should do as Venezuela. So I believe that she will soon step into the role of the president of Venezuela. And I believe that she is a very smart woman that understands, yes, we have too much oil. No, we don't have enough Bitcoins. So let's exchange that oil for Bitcoins. Let's sell our oil to the United States or any other country for Bitcoins. And by that, we don't need to buy Bitcoins. By that, we exchange something very valuable that we own as a country, a shit of oil, for those Bitcoins. And by that, start to build generational wealth for the country of Venezuela. They had shitloads of inflation in the last decades. Thousands of percent. Now the country doesn't have a dictator as a head anymore. They can start to build into a new future. And that new future should be built with the correct assets. They already own oil. The only thing they need to own now is Bitcoin, because that will increase their purchasing power as a country in the future as well. And by that increase the economy, and by that increase all that crisis that is over there and help the people of Venezuela. So I think she's a smart woman that does the right steps. Yes, selling their oil for Bitcoin. Again, an example of a government that doesn't need to buy Bitcoin, that can use their natural resources to accumulate Bitcoin. Amazing plan. Let's see if that will plan out. Now, let's jump into the charts to show you what is happening to Bitcoin today and what I think that will happen to Bitcoin in the next couple of days. Bam. The first chart for today, guys, is this beautiful 4-hour chart. Check it. The 4-hour chart is showing us a lot of resistance at that green line, guys. At 94K, it's difficult to break it because it's resistance. It was support before, it's resistance now. So we need to break that to become more bullish. At the moment, we found resistance. We fell back even to 91K, very volatile, even below it. And again, we went up towards that midline, the mid of this Bollinger Band area, guys. Short term, a lot of volatility. Make sure you're trading this beautiful volatile market. If you don't know how to trade, you can always join ddbambam.me to get some more education about trading, guys. Now, if we zoom out to 5-day charts, the Gaussian channel is showing you that resistance. I told you we need to break into this Gaussian channel to become more positive. At the moment, we are finding resistance at that bottom line of the Gaussian channel. That is why I tell you it's a very important channel, and we need to be able to break into it to go to the midline at 104K, and then maybe to the top at 115K. But if we can't break into this one, then I believe there is a continuation of that bear market. Because normally, let's go back here, for example, 2021, we didn't even go down below it. We came to the mid, and that's how we survived another push. But if we break down below it, like for example over here in 2017, bear market. Until we move into it and above it again, that's again bullish territory. This was the COVID crash, of course, over there. So please understand that that channel is a very important one on the 5-day chart. This candle is going to close in 3 days and 22 hours. We should be closing a candle inside of this channel for me to become more bullish. Now, if you look to the monthly, I've shown you this chart many times. I told you this blue line needs to act as support. As long as we keep this blue line as support, I told you months ago, that can take a couple of months. It's now the 3rd month. Then we are still able to make an extended bull market. The moment we break this blue line, so a candle closing down below 89K, you can see the blue line is at 89K. If we close a candle down below that, guys, it's a continuation of the bear market. 2021, we did the same over there. Look, 2022, we came back to the blue line support, support, till we broke it. From that moment that we broke that blue line, at 40K-ish, we fell down to 16K-ish. Let's go back a little bit further in time here, 2017. You can see I already drew this a few times, so I'm going to just again repeat it. The moment we fell down below the blue line, support, 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 4-month support, break down below it, we fell from 6,000 all the way back to 3,000. 50% crash, 50% crash. So we are now at the 3rd month on that blue line. As long as we keep support, I'm happy. The moment we close above that orange line, 99,000 US dollar with a monthly candle, I'm even more happy, and I will get excited towards an extended bull market. The moment we start to close a candle down below that blue line, believe me, I'm out of my full trading portfolio, because we will crash to that red line or even that purple line or even that green line. That is how I look at the markets today. Now, I have a couple of different charts that I want to show you as well over here, because a lot of people do not agree with me. A lot of people believe this scenario, and I can't say that's not true. I hope it will become true, but you know, until now the charts are proving me different. This one is the Livermore's speculative chart, and the Livermore's speculative chart says there is an accumulation cylinder with a widening mouth, so we can see it's widening over here. It's more wide than there. From 0.7 we will extend hugely to 0.8, 9 and 10 before we come back to 11, 12, 13 and fall in the bear market. This also looks like another chart that I will show you later, but that is what most people believe. Most people believe that now in 2027 we will go all the way up to these levels over there, 400K. This chart is telling us it will take all the way into 2028 and then a bear market in 2029. For me, 2029 is again the next bull market, 4-year cycle. But this is what a lot of people believe that's going to happen next. I would be happy if it will happen, but until now the charts are telling me different. This is the chart I was referring to that people then think that will happen now. 90K in January, and then we slowly start to build hope again and optimism in February, which will lead to a 160K level around February, March. Then everybody starts to buy in again. Oh no, we are going higher. A 4-year will push us to 180, then we will fall down, and then we get the complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, and again a bear market bottom somewhere towards June, July, August, September, October, November, December, that last part of 2026. This is what those people believe, that push will come. And again, I would be happy if that push comes. But until now, I don't see that happening yet on the charts. But let's see. Prove me wrong. Please do so. This is the scenario that I am following at the moment still, the bear market scenario, which means, yes, we had a top in 2017, we had a top in 2021, and we have a top now in 2025. Could that mean that we are now in the bear market? Just like we hit that line there, we crashed 75%, 75%, and here we didn't have a blow-off top, we didn't even have a double top, so yes, maybe that crash could be less, but even if the crash would be from the top over there, 70%, that would be around that 40K level, which normally could be a level for the bear market. Of course, I hope we will create a higher top. I hope we will go to 140, 160. But if we don't do that, guys, then this looks to me as the start of the bear market. And of course, we are now again at 94K. I know. There's a 2-week chart, so these candles, every candle has 2 weeks. So please understand that. But this is how it looks at the moment. And if we want to be more bullish, we need to start breaking these kinds of levels over there, higher than 120K. Until the moment, I will believe that we could drop all the way to 50K or even 40K in this bear market 2026. That were the charts for today, guys. Give them a thumbs up if you like them. And let me know down below which scenario do you believe that will play out. What are you thinking? Do you think extended 2026, or do you believe, nah, that was a 4-year cycle, it wasn't as high as we expected, but we are now in a bear market? Let me know down below. Thank you. And now let's jump into the next part. I hope you really enjoyed those charts, guys. Yes, short-term, volatile market. Volatile market is perfect for the traders because a trader needs the market to be moving. That's how he makes profit. For the investors, zoom out. Don't take a look at those short-term time frames, 5 minutes, 4 hours, a week, a day. It doesn't really matter. You're in it for the long run. You're in it for 4 years, maybe 8 years, maybe 12 years. You're in it till Bitcoin turns into $1 million per Bitcoin. So you should start to accumulate more and more during these crashes of Bitcoin. Now, the answer that you're searching for is impossible for me or any other influencer to give you. You want to know if 2026 will be another bull market. That's what you're searching for, that answer. You want to hear 2026, we will have another bull market, we will have another altcoin market. Guys, let me again be very clear. For 2026 to become another extended bull run, we at least need to break 100K. At the moment, we are stuck at 94K. We can't even close a 4-hour or a daily candle above 94K. There's a huge area of resistance. The moment we break 94K, we will run into the resistance around 97K and 100K. When we break those levels, then yes, I can start to believe that the trend is switching into a bullish trend again. Until that moment, I just can't agree with what everybody is saying. I wish it was true. I hope we have an extended bull run. I hope we will go to 160K within the first 3 months of 2026. Of course, I hope that. But I am only allowed to share my opinion, not financial advice, with you based on the charts. Because the charts are telling me a story. The story of bearish or bullish. And at the moment, we didn't break any resistance level that gives me the idea that we are bullish again. This was a short-term bullish move. Let's extend it. Let's break that 100K and let's turn my opinion into a bull opinion again. At the moment, guys, I can't do that because the charts are showing me different. And nobody is able to predict the future. You can only do your own TA, technical analysis of the charts, and decide what kind of trade you want to take. A short or a long, a buy or a sell. That were the charts for today. If you really enjoyed them, give them already a thumbs up. Now let's jump into the last part of the video. Last part, guys, inspirational quote. The inspirational quote for today. Happiness is not something ready-made. Happiness comes from your actions. From all the actions you take, that is how you create happiness. It's not something that falls out of heaven. There, now you're happy. It's not something that other people can give you. Yeah, some people can give you short-term happiness by making you laugh, by making you feel happy because of a joke or whatever, but true inner happiness comes from your own actions. You need to take certain steps to become happy. It's not going to be given, it's not going to fall out of the sky. You need to take action. And for all those that are stuck in not being completely happy or thinking they could be more happy, you need to start taking action. You can't keep doing what you're doing and change the outcome. If you want to see a different outcome, you need to take some different steps. Stop running the hamster wheel. Step out of that hamster wheel and start walking in a different direction. That's an action. From that action, you will be able to create happiness. You need to change something in your daily rhythm, in your weekly rhythm, even in your yearly rhythm to change the outcome. And to change that outcome, you need to start with that one little step. And that one little step could be a very tiny step, but in the end, lead to a shitload of inner happiness. That happiness that everyone is searching for. Some need money to become happy. Some need a good job to become happy. Some need to travel to become happy. Some need to give to feel internal happiness. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you need to take a step towards that direction that you feel that will give you happiness. And don't tell me you don't feel what direction it is, because you all feel it. It's down below here. That gut feeling that shows you, that tells you, hey, you should do that. That gut feeling is the one you should trust. Not those two voices that will try to make you fear that step. Those voices of fear are withholding you from taking steps in the correct direction that will lead into internal happiness. You should start to follow your gut feeling. At least that is what I think as a non-financial or health advisor. I'm not a financial or a health advisor in any kind of way. All entertainment purposes and experience-based. But that is the quote for today, guys. Happiness doesn't fall from heaven, it comes from your actions. Now, that was everything for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give the video a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news? What do you think about the charts? What do you think about that happiness? Let me know down below, and I will be back again on Friday. Bam!